This film centers around a prostitute who marries an old industrialist who dies. The prostitute tries to get in on with her stepson, then switches her affection to a new CEO of her dead husband's company. The CEO, however, is a closet homosexual who falls in love with the industrialist's son. Hi, hello, and once again, welcome back to my channel. Today, we are going to review a film from 1974, and it's a comedy romantic drama. And the title of the film is The Stepmother. The film is about an old wealthy man with a fake teeth who marries a well aged, unattractive prostitute, takes her home, and makes her his new wife. While his son Daniel seems to fall for her from the let go. The older man dies after making love. The widow now does not seem so in love with Daniel, who actually comes back home after a trip to find his stepmother madly in love with another handsome man, an executive or CEO who is helping the family's business. But that seems just a boy toy for the older lady. However, the man who is also the painter will eventually develop a morbid passion for Daniel, constantly portraying him in a myriad of paintings and assaulting him at every time, now madly in love. While Daniel seems indifferent as he lets the man go mad over him and doesn't dislike to be touched or kissed either. When the stepmother finds out, after a scene that could have been better done, the bold and the beautiful puts a married relationship, or it was considered just a friendship, it's hard to believe, between the two men to an end. While a little later, the handsome executive kills himself, drowning ironically submerged by the paintings of Daniel. Who knows, after all, that Daniel was right to make his stepmother mad of jealousy. Since now the old woman is ready to make love with him. What to say? A curious film, a Mexican and Spanish co production, not horribly shot, well lit and professional, but truly just laughable script and by a phenomenal miscasting. Modular Brown as Daniel, who does not seem to care a bit about the whole affair, poses constantly, photographed very well in a semi undressed, and making the look the stepmother even older and out of place than she was for the part. The dialogues are unbelievably funny, the stagging, as I said, reminded as its best one of the pitiful soap, just shot with one more of budget and seem some decent exterior work. But why an actor like Model Brown stars? The main title misses all the main cast. That why the other viewer didn't probably see the Brown's name listed, which is instead top billed on DVD covers. I would like to see this remarkable young actors in the movie, like the go-between, or at least in the great European movies, such those he was making at the beginning of the decade. We have heard those above were all the position he had apparently been planned or considered for, but lost them for a different reasons. So while doing some great stage work and good TV movies or miniseries, his work on film became limited to such a nosy product, only capable to damage the name of even most gifted young leading man. It's too sad for this stepmother vehicle, which is to be quite far. It should be called the stepson, since the actor Daniel not only is the true lead but also almost obviously photographed in semi unrest, basically from beginning to end. And the movie was rather short. We would give a 3 star, but I do give 5 just to respect we all still the stunning British actors whose career again has been so interesting but could have been outstanding with a little more luck and much better management. It is also find interesting that the only other viewers didn't seem to recognize John Modular Brown. He is not only the lead as Daniel but also seems to bring a very old-fashioned director, Roberto, who constantly distracted by the stepmother and increasingly uniquely interested in Brown's handsome features and top model like body and presence. The most fascinating thing about this movie is that we have no idea that homosexual themes were even being explored in 1974 Spanish movies. And that's all about. And thank you for watching the video.